Yeah.
But luckily, God has put us in this version of the simulation where it is so brutally easy to surpass everyone around us. I have no one to move. I start walking. I have to lay down and just have a rest. I look at the back of the finish line, the start line, and everyone's still standing there. I don't feel like running. I'm not motivated. I'm stressed. I'm depressed. Someone's gonna give me something.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna have mercy on me somewhere. Because for there to be a winner, there has to be a loser. The reason it's so easy to win in the world today is because the majority of people are perfectly prepared to lose.
Yeah.
You just described, you have to wake up and you have to give a shit. You have to wake up and go, you know what? I'm responsible for my health, and I'm responsible for my finances, and I'm responsible for my family, and I'm responsible for the decisions I make, and I'm responsible for my work ethic, and I'm responsible for my motivation, and I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do to be monumentally wealthy. And the reason it is so fucking easy is because most people can't do that. If everyone could do that, then to win would be hard. So I would hate for all the losers to start being winners, because then it's hard for winners to win.
Yeah.
And I still want to win against the winners.
Yeah.
But luckily, God has put us in this version of the simulation where it is so brutally easy to surpass everyone around us. I look at people and just go, you haven't even fucking tried. It's like a race. And the gun goes off and I start running as fast as I can. And I turn around and no one's even moved. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll jog then. And I'm nearly done. No one's even moved. So I start walking. Then I have to lay down and just have a rest. I look at the back of the finish line, the start line, and everyone's still standing there. I don't feel like running. I'm not motivated. I'm stressed. I'm depressed. Gary said the government's gonna fix it. Like, they're all just standing around the fucking start line. And I'm right there at the finish line, and they're telling me like, oh, you're a bad person because you have money. I just gave a fuck about my own life. Like, I just care. How there are people waking up each morning and not giving a shit about their own life.
Yeah.
Who do you expect to wake up and give a shit if you don't? So I optimize for competitiveness and I optimize for performance in all things, which is very unpopular with a lot of people. Most people don't optimize to that. Most people optimize for the worst thing possible. Do you know what it is? You know the worst possible mindset you can try and optimize your life for?
Go on.
Happiness. Happiness is for women and children. You're allowed to be happy and you're allowed to be happy as a kid. As a man, if you wake up and go, I want to be happy today, you're gonna do unimportant, narcissistic, hedonistic garbage. You're either gonna eat too much, drink too much, take drugs, sit around and play video games, smoke weed. You're not gonna achieve anything if you wanna be happy. It's ultimately temporary, and you sit there and go, I wanna be happy today, I want a happy day. You're not gonna achieve anything. As a man, 99% of the time, you're gonna be stressed or annoyed about something that's just happened, currently happening, or about to happen. That's life. We live constantly anxious. We have a lot of things to do. And you either suffer the consequence of the stress it requires to be a somebody, or you suffer the consequence of having no stress because you're a fucking nobody and you work in Starbucks and then you're a no one. There's no escape the eternal suffering of man. Wisdom, in general, comes from the brutal feedback of life.
Yeah.
I think when we talked about self-accountability, if you have true, actual self-accountability, if you do not need someone to keep that one part of your psyche functioning,
Yeah.
if that one part of your psyche is active, then it's like an AI learning machine.
For you, though, it's different because you've got to where you got to, right? You're at the top. So people aren't going to be able to relate to a lot of what you're dealing with the media, the press.
Yep.
It's difficult to really get advice. Whereas when you're starting out, it's very easy to find someone that's 6-12 months ahead.
That's true.
So where you're at, it's a bit difficult to find. That's why I was interested.
That's true, but there is still going to be some common themes. Like, I believe there are some common themes of life that I have identified. Like I said, an AI learning machine. An AI learning machine, you give it a set of parameters, and then you set it off to learn, and then it learns by itself, and this is how it becomes smart, by sticking within the parameters. If you manage to turn on absolute self-accountability and perspicacity inside of your own mind, you're now going to pay attention to everything around you and you're going to self-learn. And I've self-learned a few basic things which turn out to be true, I would argue, across all socioeconomic brackets. And the first one, and perhaps I'm wrong on this, but I seem to identify this terribly destructive thought pattern in people where they seem to believe that their enemies will have mercy on them at some point.
Right.
People seem to think that mercy is coming. Like a poor person sits there and goes, the government's gonna save me, or Trump's gonna come and the stock market will go up, or maybe I can get a loan when the interest rates go down, or someone's gonna give me something.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna have mercy on me somewhere. My sob story is so unique and so interesting. It's so different to everyone else's. Maybe if I just sit and wait, someone will have mercy on me. Or they'll sit and go, well, my enemy will have mercy on me. The people who are destroying my country are just gonna one day stop. They're just gonna one day go, we're done with destroying the country, we're gonna stop. Let me tell you something from personal experience. Your enemies never give you mercy. The people who lie about me are never gonna stop lying. The idiots who believe it are never gonna stop believing it. I'll beat every case, they'll still say it.
Yeah.
Asher D gets offered 10 million, he'll still sell me out. This is human nature. The government's still gonna lie about me, the papers are still gonna lie about me, they're never gonna have mercy.